Hey guys, it's Pokémon here, and yeah, I just want to welcome all you guys to a new series that I'm going to be starting on this channel. So this video, guys, is basically purely an introduction. That's it. I'm going to reference this video on each episodes following this point, where I get around to reviewing every major UK TCG grading services. So what I've done, I've created a playlist. You'll easily see this on YouTube. I'll pop it up. You can just follow it up over there. That is going to be basically the area that you can follow this YouTube series that I'm creating over here. Now, even though I'm purely focusing on UK based grading companies, I know the power of YouTube and our TCG community, so it does have a potential to have a global reach. So honestly, if you love owning graded cards like myself, this could be the series for you guys. On this video, what I'm going to be doing, I'll cover some important matters, kind of like a frequently asked questions area, you can say, for this series. So, you know, if any one of you guys can get yourself familiarized with it, it'll be ideal for the series in advance. And then also it saves me time for repeating myself over and over and over again every single episode. So with that being said, let's go ahead and discuss which companies I picked out. So here we go, guys. These are the 8 UK based companies that I've selected over here for this series. I'm not going through it in any particular order. I'm going to upload an episode as of when. It could be once a month, once every 2 months, etc. I'm not giving myself any time scales. So with that being said, we firstly got RKO. No, it's RKT Grading Services over here. Next up, we've got Get Graded, Team Yorkshire over here. Then we got Majesty Grading Company. Moving on, we got Pokegrade Grading. Now, I keep getting that tongue twisted. I'm going to have to call them PGG. It's just because they use the word grading or grade twice. It's just like, it always catches me off guard. But anyway, yeah, that's PGG over here. Moving on, we got Ace Grading. Now, if anyone's familiar with the grading scene, then obviously you've heard of this business already. Moving forward, we got Universal Grading Services, which at this moment of time they're doing this offer, and honestly, that's absolutely fantastic. £5 to get your card graded. Next up, we got Total Grading over here, which is not a company I heard of up until I've been researching for this series, and yeah, I'm honestly looking forward to give this a try out. And then finally, we've got Tree Frog Grading over here, which I'm going to be determined to submit a Bulbasaur because of the frog theme. But honestly, everyone else on eBay, I've checked some of their cards listings out, they've all had the same idea. So I'm no way being unique over there. Everyone thought of the same thing. But yeah, that's it, guys. That's all 8 companies that we've covered over here. Now let's discuss the structure and how I'm going to review each and every one of these companies. So guys, I've created a PowerPoint presentation over here for us to go through each and every one of the categories that I've created. Honestly, it's kind of like a bit of a flashback for me. I've not done PowerPoint, I feel like, since college days at least. So I thought I'll keep it simple as well. It's something that we're all familiar with over here. So these are the 3 categories that I'm going to be reviewing each and one of these services. So firstly, it's simple as it is, services. Yeah, we're going to look at how easy it is to use their website and how smoothly you can submit your cards in. Is it any like process that you feel like it's a bit of a complication, and if I struggled with anything? So I will note that down. Turnaround time, do they deliver your cards within a reasonable time frame? Now, it seems like every single one of these companies have jumped on the bandwagon where they have like an economy service and then an express service where you pay extra to get your cards a lot quicker. Just to keep it consistent and fair, I'm just going to use the economy service. It also saves a bit of money for myself, if I'm honest with you guys. So yeah, I'm just going to basically note that down. And you know, it could be one of them cases that some of these cards may show up later than the actual expected date. So this is something that obviously I can note forward. And then finally, customer support. If you have any issues or you have any questions that you want to discuss with them, how responsive and helpful are these businesses? And then yeah, we're going to give it an overall score out of 10. Moving on, we've got slab quality. Now, we're going to judge this on durability. How strong is the actual slab itself? Can it withstand any drops or bumps? Certain companies use like a very thin slab. Other companies kind of have a bit more like oomph towards it. So I definitely want to discuss that. Clarity, is the slab crystal clear? Is it showing your card in the best light? And ultimately, this like kind of slabs are like a display piece for most people. They take pride and joy in having that card be in its best condition and version for itself. So again, this is something that I'm going to obviously discuss. I'm not going to discuss the labels because that is more like in each to their own sort of thing. Like, if the labels were damaged, then obviously I can note that down. But ultimately, like, for example, my favorite color is the color black, and Get Grading uses the black label. I'm not gonna just automatically give them a higher rating just because I'm more enticed by that color. It's just one of those things, guys. So I just want to obviously make that crystal clear to yourselves. Protection. How well is your card secured? Is it going to be safe from any damage on dust? Again, one of these things that most people submit these cards for is for like longevity, like to protect their cards, for it to be in prestigious condition as possible. Ultimately, any card that I've graded is really there for the long game. Like I've always mentioned, I want to keep these for at least 20 to 25 years. And then last but not least, we got confidence over here. So the reputation, does it have a good standing service within the TCG community? Are they respected and trusted by collectors? Grading consistency, are they grading your cards fairly and consistently, or is it a bit confusing throughout the process? Like these days, some companies, they have like different rating versions of 10s, like, oh, this is a 10 gold or this is a 10 silver, etc., which I feel like just convolutes some of the stuff. And then finally, authentication. Now obviously this is very critical, especially if you're looking at submitting high value cards. Now I'm basically going to create a bit of a decoy over here. I've got a unique idea which I'm going to keep close to my chest, where I'm going to basically throw in a little bait and see if they bite it. That's one of the things I'm going to be doing over here. Now, I've got something good in mind in order to make sure, you know, this works. But like I said, just for the right now, I want to keep it close to my chest because I can't give away my cards. Especially, I don't know who could be watching this. So it's one of those situations where I want to basically keep it close to my chest right now, and I'll let you know in each episode what I have done and see if, you know, if they fell for the bait. And that's it, guys. That's me obviously reviewing each and every one of them, and just like they give scores out of 10, I thought, well, better off I give a score out of 10 as well. So we'll give an overall score over here as well. Now I just want to truthfully say something, because this is one of those situations where I'm going to share my final thoughts and feedback. What I mean by final thoughts is basically some of these companies I've already used beforehand in the past, but in order to keep this series fair and consistent, I'm going to ignore past services. Like, you got to think of it, it can work both ways. Maybe I had a good service in the past and then I had a bad service on this series. I can only go with the latest like performance that I've had with them. So, and again, it could be the same situation. Maybe I had a bad service beforehand and now a good service. So beforehand I would have given them a 1 out of 10. Now I'm going to give it a 10 out of 10. That doesn't mean that the score is overall 5 out of 10. I'm literally going to keep it consistent, and we're just going to purely base it on the latest performance whilst I'm doing this series. So that's the reason why I want to put that personal feedback across, because I can speak about past performances, but I don't want it to impact the score. So if any important information that I want to relay across, especially that I had with them in history, and some of the videos I have discussed this beforehand, but it's one of those things I can note it down, but it shouldn't affect the score. And yeah, that's it, guys. You know, I want to be open and transparent throughout the process. It's going to be a very detailed video, so my aim is for every single collector, investors, hobbyists to just like enjoy this sort of content if they want like a very detailed report behind it. I'm obviously going to keep it professional. I'm going to keep it you know, straightforward as well, but I do want to give like the most detailed review as possible each and every single one of these episodes. So like I mentioned before, there's not going to be any time frame. I will say I have submitted some cards into a company right now, so it's one of those things. I'm just waiting for one of my cards, some of my cards to come back. And yeah, you know, just follow the playlist, save it if you like, you know, subscribe to the channel if you're new over here, and just go for it if you like this sort of content and you like, you know, graded card services, or if you're based over here in the UK and more like looking forward to seeing these type of content, then hopefully this playlist is going to be for you guys. That's it, guys. I just wanted to share all my thoughts and knowledge over here. Thank you once again just for even watching this and getting up to this point. Hope I explained that well enough. And yeah, all I can say is I hope you pack something great on your next pack opening. I'll see you guys on the next video. Take care.